It is a wonder you have managed to live so long.
It's a garlic souffle, Moldavian style. This door leads to your bedroom. This is the door to one of the guest rooms. This is the door to one of the guest rooms. This door leads to the innkeeper's private rooms.
Still you remain. It is a wonder you have managed to live so long. This town was quiet until you arrived. I am keeping my eye on you.
Hello? Do you have any news? My sad departed husband, his name was Boris. Gone 3 years now. He was such a good man. Be seeing you soon enough, as my lost husband used to quote.
You tell the gravedigger that Dr. Cranium has asked Igor to bring him some fluid.
Doctor asked Igor do strange things like dig up bodies. Igor bury bodies and Doctor make Igor dig them up again. Sometimes Doctor make Igor crazy. Nikolai walks around looking for Anna all the time. Anna missing many years now. Yuri, innkeeper. Bella, keep in. Little town humor there. Dmitri, bitter man. Dmitri's father, bitter man too. Grandfather, not bitter man. Grandfather, not marry grandmother. Olga into healthy food. Olga eat plenty fruit and berries. Olga nuts. You are what you eat. Business is dead. Little graveyard humor there. Igor not hear rumors. Igor not know mad monks start monastery. Igor not know bad things get people who try monastery door. Igor wonder if you will verify this rumor.
This is a little too easy now. You need to add more weight. You pick up 2 of the metal weights and put 1 in each of the baskets. Your legs are too stiff and sore to use this right now. was good climbing practice, but you haven't quite got it yet. Keep trying. That was good That was good. After some rest, you feel better.
Yes, well, I keep looking for Erana. Will you help me find her? She's missing. Erana has been gone for a long time. I have been looking for her for so very long. I do not know what has become of my Erana.
You need to bait the trap. That didn't do anything useful.
I believe I am on the verge of a major discovery. It came to me last night. I believe that there is a formula which can be used to create a rehydration solution. Such a solution could be used to restore fluidity to any substance or object that has become prematurely dry. If we can but manufacture Dr. Cranium's rehydration solution in sufficient quantities, we could rehydrate the great Shapirian desert. Of course, there are a few small bugs to be worked out. It would take most of the water in the world's oceans to make that much solution. Then there's the tiny snag that I have not been able to remember the formula since awakening from the dream.
You relate the tale of your journey to Shapir, and how you saved 2 cities from the evil vizier Ad-Avis and his elemental minions.
Now you are talking science. The elements are the building blocks of everything in nature. I am sure I have never heard of anyone constructing creatures purely of a single element, but it certainly makes scientific sense. You say this Ad-Avis referred to a dark master here in Moldavia? I am sure I have never heard of such a one here. There are rumors of strange goings-on in the castle, but I do not credit such tales without scientific observation to back them up. I have been feeling a bit dehydrated lately. It is this dry mountain air. Perhaps when I complete my rehydration solution, I can do something about the problem. It is very important to understand the relationships of the scientific elements. Earth, air, fire, water, and pizza. Everything we know is made up of one or more of these elements. Here you are, one freshly brewed healing drink. Sip it if you get hurt, and its beneficial vitamins and other ingredients will help your body to recover quickly. Here you are, one freshly brewed universal poison antidote. You need my world-famous rehydration solution. Unfortunately, I have forgotten the elemental formula of its main ingredient. Perhaps you can help. That sounds just right. By the way, I could use some goo for one of my experiments. It would be most kind if you could bring me some when you return for the rehydration solution.
You ask Dr. Cranium if he can spare an empty flask for specimen collection.
Of course, of course. I am always delighted to assist scientific research of any kind, and I have plenty of flasks. You may have this one. The scientist never fails to observe nature. Why, if I had not gone on an observation trip in the forest, I would never have found that garden with all the rare and exotic flora. The forest outside of town is quite a fascinating area. The trees are primarily deciduous with the occasional conifer. A wide variety of fauna inhabits the forest, providing great opportunities for scientific research and occasionally excitement of other kinds. There is a beautiful garden in the forest southeast of town. It contains several varieties of plants and trees that cannot be found anywhere else in this region. I had some fascinating experimental results with the bush I dug up there. Unfortunately, I was not able to keep it alive in captivity. There used to be a bush that grew 7 different types of blossoms in the garden. There is still a tree that provides fruit in a very peculiar cycle. There are also many beautiful flowers and plants growing there. I am convinced that the garden must have been intentionally planted, as it contains specimens that are not native to this region. Whoever planted it clearly did not understand the basic tenets of ecology. Fortunately, few of the spores have spread to the wider forest so far. I have come to the conclusion that lightning is electrical in nature, which would put it in the realm of fire. Fortunately, there have been an increasing number of storms here lately, so I have been able to harness some of the lightning and store it for experimental use. Dr. Cranium's rehydration solution should be a shoo-in for the alchemical innovation of the animal ward. It contains the prime essence of the element of water in a perfectly condensed form. I do seem to be a little careless in keeping track of my scientific formulae. I have them all written down somewhere. I think it was in the margins of one of my books here. I spent some time in Spielberg last summer. Everyone there kept talking about some hero who did some sort of noble deeds there. You would think that they could find more excitement in the modern accomplishments of science. There seemed to be quite an infestation of baby antwerps there for some reason. I took advantage of the opportunity to capture a number of them in very blunt cages for my experiments. The Baron did not even charge me very much for them. Rehydration may prove to be a crucial step on the way to an even more important discovery: instant water.
After some rest, you feel better. The bush looks a little strange, almost as though it is sitting rather than growing in its place. Tell the creature it's called the Leshy.
Ah, that's the price of too much fame. Now you've gone and guessed my name. Leshy, Leshy, look and see, in a bush or up a tree. Leshy, Leshy, riddle rhyme. Can you solve them every time?
You are in the northern part of the forest. Through the trees to the west, you can see the crypts of the cemetery. You are in the northern part of the forest. Beyond the trees to the southwest, you can just make out the cemetery. On a high mountain to the northwest, you can see a dark castle. You are in the northwestern part of the forest. On a high mountain to the west, you can see a dark castle. You are near the northeastern corner of the forest. You can see brightly colored wagons to the northeast. The cute, innocent, well, maybe not exactly, little bunny has been viciously slaughtered and now looks like a roadkill. You are in the northeastern corner of the forest. To the north, you can see a clearing in which brightly colored wagons form a circle around a fire pit. Colorful wagons surround the fire pit in this authentic Moldavian gypsy camp. You've heard that gypsies like to keep to themselves, but surely they won't mind just one visitor.
Go away! We allow no strangers in our camp. Leave immediately!
This gypsy is a very handsome young man. He looks altogether too good to be real. You suspect that he spends several hours preening each morning. My, what sharp teeth it has. These wolves look larger and more ferocious than any you've seen.
These wolves will soon be at your throat if you do not go. Leave here! I lose my patience, and soon these wolves will tear your throat. We gypsies do not want strangers here. Go away, or the wolves will gnaw your bones. Go away! This camp is ours!
little bush is in a fix. If you save a plant from goo, I can help you with a clue.
You tell the Leshy that you guess it's some sort of bush.
Oh, you're just guessing. I want you to bring me a shrubbery.
You guess the mulberry bush.
Leshy not play ring around. Leshy want plant good to ground.
You say goodbye to the creature, but hear only a faint giggle in reply. You are in the northern part of the forest. To the north, you can see the crypts of the cemetery. The majestic mountains in the background provide a beautiful contrast to the grim gravestones and crypts of the cemetery. A heavy stone door seals off the Borgov family crypt. A relief carving on the door shows the crest of the House of Borgov. An inscription on the door says, House of Lygia Poe. May she rest forever. The gnarly old trunk of this tree looks climbable for one skilled in such pursuits. Two spare coffins await their customers here. Apparently Igor has finally managed to get ahead of business. A fresh grave has recently been opened here. This soil has been recently removed from the open grave. Soon it will be back in place, covering another unfortunate soul. Arkan Tenor walked at night. Arkan saw his final sight. Now the question seems to be, what in the world did Tenor see? The inscription on this headstone reads, Michael Med bumped his head in another man's bed. Now he's dead. Rest in peace. This headstone reads, On a dare, Pasha Sperry spent the night in the cemetery. Something gave him such a fright that now he sleeps here every night. Here lies the body of Carrie Nation, who answered a vampire's invitation. Now there's cause for lamentation. It was a fatal recreation. Here lies the spirit of Barney Blue. To his lover was untrue. So she knew just what to do. Fixed herself some Barney stew. This gravestone is marked, No effort could Elissa save. She passed into a watery grave. Her body was lost, only her memory remains. Here lies Janos, faithful forever to his lost true love, laid beside her empty grave. The door is securely locked and feels very solid. It is deathly silent beyond the door. You examine the door closely. It's massive and well made. A large lock secures the door. Above the door is an intricate crest with the single word Borgov above it. You apply your shoulder to the crypt door with a mighty heave. It won't budge. That's one heavy door. This climbing business isn't quite as simple as that book made out. You'll have to keep practicing.
Welcome again to the gates of the Castle Borgov. I hope that you've been enjoying your visit to Moldavia. Wife? Why, I have no wife. I am very sorry, but I can only open this gate by the command of the master. The master seldom leaves the castle and has few guests. I do not know if anyone at the castle is named Katrina. My house is just inside the gates, and I seldom see anyone from the castle. Since the last boyar passed away many years ago, the castle has been uninhabited until recently. Now it is owned by the master, who is also my employer. It is not a bad job. I am paid well and on time. Good luck, and may your feet move faster than the thing that chases you.
After some rest, you feel better. You grab a handful of rocks. You grab a handful of rocks. You grab a handful of rocks. After some rest, you feel better. After some rest, you feel better. After some rest, you feel better. After some rest, you feel better.
It is good to see you again. I hope you are enjoying your visit to Mordavia. You need to take better care of yourself, you know? It is very dangerous out at night.
She is the attractive peasant woman you met shortly after escaping from the Cave of the Dark Ones.
The forest is a very dangerous place. Many monsters walk here, especially at night. Please be careful. I live in the castle north of town. It is a cold, dreary place, I'm afraid. The castle was once home to the Borkov family. My family once served them, and so I am allowed to live there. I must go now. I hope we can meet again soon. I enjoy your company.
Before you can think to follow her, the young peasant girl has disappeared into the forest. You catch the top of the gate with your grapnel and clamber up the rope. A few moments later, you slip over the gate and into the town. The stone carvings of the dark building seem to writhe in the moonlight. You get the feeling that they are hungry and waiting for something or someone. You hear movement on the other side of the door. After a few minutes, you hear someone removing the bar and unlocking the bolts on the other side of the door.
Have a seat. Wait, no, better leave the seats here. Well, why don't you sit down on one? This show can't get on the road until you get off your load. So sit a while and enjoy yourself. Or maybe just sit. I've been looking high and low for you, and I obviously wasn't looking low enough. You trying to upstage me or something? Show business is tough enough without competition from you. One day they're putting your footprints in cement, and the next day you're mixing it. So sit down, relax, and catch the show before it gets away. Good evening, ladies and germs. A funny thing happened on the way to Mordavia. I got here. I walked up to the innkeeper here and says to the guy, "You know how lucky you are to have such a funny guy as myself staying here?" The innkeeper says, "No, but if you hum a few bars, I can fake it." You may as well laugh now. This act doesn't get any funnier. I sit down here for a meal and order some soup. When the waiter brings it in, I says, "Waiter, there's a fly in my soup." The waiter says, "Of course, that's the soup du jour." Am I going deaf in here? Or how can so many people sleep with all these lights on? Seriously, folks, I went to the doctor just the other day and he said he had some good news and some bad news. What's the good news, I asked. "You only have 3 months to live," said the doc. "That's terrible. What's the bad news?" I said. The doc replied, "I'm getting married." I know I had an audience when I came in here. Anyhow, show me a guy with 1,000,000 kopecks, and I'll show you a guy who's rich. Hey, you only had to listen to this material. I'm the one who had to stand here and take it. Anyway, thank you. You've been a swell bunch of seats.
Phew. The gnome has stopped speaking. Maybe he's finished telling his joke. You think about applauding, but you're not quite sure if you've heard the punchline yet.
What did you think of my performance? Was I hilarious or what? Is this an inn or a cemetery? I've had livelier times at funerals. Some help you were. Couldn't you at least have smiled a little louder? It's nights like these that make me feel like an inept idiot and a lousy laughingstock. I'd make more money digging graves. But what? And get out of show business? Be they ever so humble, there's nobody stays home. I've been on the road so long, I have flat tires on my feet. I go wherever I can tell a good joke, and many places where I can't. I'm staying at this inn for a while until I find something here. I got the last store down the hall. Visit me sometime. I'm sure we can have a few laughs together. Hey, my last tour was a great success. I outran everyone. But there's no business like show business. With me, the show must go on and on and on. I got millions of them. Problem is, I can't remember most of them, and the ones I do remember should have been buried long ago. I used to be worth my wit in gold, but, oh, it's a long story. Ask me about it some other time.
He too is a stranger to Mordavia.
Hey, what am I, shredded wheat? If you're talking behind my back, at least have the courtesy to do it face to face.
I try to keep people entertained here.
So how come you weren't up on the stage instead of me?
I have not listened to such nonsense in all my life.
You call this a life?
Well, you know I'm not a census taker over here, but there are no other gnomes in Mordavia.
No wonder.
Yeah, when they show up, there goes the neighborhood. We have no need for gnomes here.
You guys are so narrow-minded you could all look through a keyhole with both eyes. What gnome would want to work here? You guys have all the sense of humor of a wyvern with a hangover.
At the risk of waxing poetic, what need have we of fools?
Hey, you got a point. There are enough fools in here already to reach critical mass. If it pays to be ignorant, why are you guys so broke?
Somebody just shoot me.
And just when I was going to invite you to my party, there's always room for one bore.
Oh, I'll tell you, he's rough, you know? Anyone could tell better jokes than that gnome did. Where's Sicky Green when you need him?
Look, I'd argue with you, but I never engage in a battle of wits with an unarmed man.
The guy's dying up there. I didn't get anything.
Hey, how could you? If ignorance is really bliss, you're the world's happiest guy.
Fellas, is it just me, or is Shecky's performance here lacking a certain sense of humor?
Are you kidding? He was rough. Get a day job.
You're right, and he wasn't very funny either.
What do you mean I wasn't funny? You guys wouldn't know a punchline if it hit you in the face.
You unlock the door to your room and go in. You light the candle. You awaken as the sun begins to rise.